Hello everyone, welcome to my new video series of ICX CXP Mars Komodo 3S DMR Conversion. So I planned the series to be in 4 parts. In the first part I will like to give you my review of the rifle quickly. It's not a huge review, and then show the externals that I did in, and show you also some quick tips about how to assemble the rifle, or which parts that you would like to be playing with if you're doing a DMR conversion, and which parts you do not want to touch. On the second video I would like to show you the upper gearbox and the upgrades that I have done on the upper gearbox. On the third video I am going to share with you the upgrades and the assembly of the hop-up chamber that I am using right now, and also we are going to upgrade together the inner barrel to a Mad Bull precision inner barrel. And the fourth video I have in my mind is a solution to a common problem that many ICS owners or many Komodo or this Mars series owners have, which is sometimes a dry firing and sometimes double feeding issue. So in 4 videos I am hoping to cover all the aspects of the rifle and also the DMR conversion. I hope you enjoy it. Let's get right to it. To begin with, I would like to show you what we actually get on the rifle or in the box. First of all, in order to move later to the properties of the rifle and the modifications. So first of all, we basically get a ICS T4 high cap. I think this is a 300 round high cap magazine. It's a pretty solid polymer magazine, and generally the ICS magazines are pretty well done. We get on the rifle itself, right now it's out, but we get a flash hider. It's a metal flash hider. We get some plastic sights, which I don't know why they worked on the rifle so much, but they are giving us some plastic sights. Then you get actually 2 fuses, which is actually a very nice thing from ICS, that they give you 2 fuses, which is going to be spare on your games if your MOSFET is blown, or if there is a short circuit or anything. You basically get some additional rails. You get 2 3-slot rails and 1 longer one. I think it's a 6-slot rail together with the rifle, and these are not plastic, these are also steel. You get of course the standard barrel cleaning rod, and finally you get a tool such as this one, which is a outer barrel helping tool, which I have no idea what it is about, but you also get this with the box. Now we are going to move to the properties of the rifle. So when we have the rifle and when we have the first look, as you can see, I have already a suppressor, the outer barrel extender, some hollow sights, so this is a red dot, a flip up scope that I have added. This is 3 times magnification, a foregrip, bipod, and a green color. So this is my setup that I have currently on my DMR conversion. The rifle itself comes without the extender and without these external parts, and it comes in black. There is also a limited edition version which has a silver color on the front rail, and I think the rest is exactly the same black, and the stock is also black. The rifle comes with a metal handrail and a metal full body. The piston, the grip of the rifle is actually a polymer. Of course the magazines are also polymer, or at least the ones that you get with the rifle, and the stock of the rifle is also polymer, besides the rod here, which is metal. So the stock holder, the stock itself is polymer, but the stock bar is a metal. Just because these pieces are all metal, this is a heavy rifle, so it is out of the box around 3.2 kilos heavy. So for a long day or a milsim event, this is going to give you back pains. Just to let you know from the beginning, or you basically need to have more power than me or a better spine, but this is a heavy rifle. The second thing that I would like to mention is that the rifle is already left hand ready. So if you look at the body of the rifle, the mag release and the fire mode selector are ambidextrous. Here you will be also able to see the enlarged also ambidextrous mag release, and here I took it out, and I will explain the reasons why I took it out and how I used the DMR conversion between some game modes and how I changed from M4, so assault rifle mode, to DMR. But here you also normally have the enlarged ambidextrous on the right side, the fire mode selector. Besides that, we also have some QD entries on the both side of the stock, and the swivel is also ambidextrous. So we also have a sling attachment on both sides of the rifle. So this rifle is already left hand usage ready, and this is most probably one of the biggest selling points for the left-handed players, where they do not have to worry about any part changes. The next topic is I would like to mention is the front side. So we have a very beautiful made, from my perspective, a very beautiful made handrail, which looks like a Komodo, has a teeth and the mouth of a Komodo shape handrail. It's a long handrail, and it has on the rail itself here, it's we have a very long Picatinny rail. On the front side you have one on the both sides of the front handrail, and one on the top of the front handrail, a Picatinny rail, small Picatinny rails, such for the usage of like flashlights or laser sights and so on. At the same time, the handrail has from on the top sides and the bottom of the handrail has key mode system, and on the diagonals, also on the four diagonals, you have the M-lock system. So this handrail gives you all the opportunities in order to attach whatever you want. It is very easy to use, it's very basic, but it looks very nice with a lot of attachment possibilities. On the front side, the next thing I would like to tell you is that the outer barrel. So the outer barrel has a 14mm thread which comes with the flash hider already installed, but what I have done in my conversion is that I bought myself, let me just unscrew it quickly. I bought myself a outer barrel extender that you can get in very different sizes, so that I can change the size of the original rifle to make it look like, and there is nothing else that it's going to add. So this is a dummy suppressor. With the extender, it only just changes the appearance and make the rifle look like DMR. Let me just put these back again together. The way to put this back is actually just sliding it from the front. But if you would like to take the outer barrel and maybe color it, or maybe paint it, change it, or anything you such as any changes that you would like to implement, what you can do is that you can unscrew one, two at the bottom, and the fourth one is on the other side. 4 screws that will release your handrail immediately, and you can access to your outer barrel within the rifle. So basically 1, 2 and 4th is here. 4 screws to be unscrewed in order to get to the outer barrel. So if you would like to take the flash hider out, there is a little screw on the flash hider, and you might not be able to reach with any screwdriver through the handrail. So Unscrewing these 4 screws will allow you to take the handrail out. You can basically disassemble your flash hider immediately, and then you can put the suppressor directly on the outer barrel, or you can get a outer barrel extender and work your way from the outside, just like screwing this inside, and you are good to go. The only thing that I would like to mention is the suppressor. This is an AEG, so basically all the mechanism of how it works is coming from the is powered by the battery, which is powering the motor that we have inside. The gears are turning and it's releasing the compressed spring, which is all happening on the body side of the rifle. So a suppressor is not going to suppress any sound or anything. There is no sound reduction in AEGs. Please take that out of your minds. This is basically just a dummy suppressor to make it visually look like a DMR, nothing else. Moving on to the sights, here I have a halo red dot and a 3x magnifier scope, which is a flip-up scope. And this is basically a very useful, this setup, when you are switching between assault rifle mode or to DMR, but it is adding additional weight. So I also use most of the time a 2x7 scope by Diana, which I'm going to put also the link to the description. Just a simple scope without even illumination or anything. Put it on the rifle and it's ready to go. Last thing on the front and externals that I would like to mention is the foregrip that I use. This is a G&G Warhawk foregrip. This is one of the cheapest ones. Honestly, I am not really that much of a fan of the foregrips because I'm not using them. I'm always holding the rifle like this, but it sometimes helps to stop where your hand needs to be, or if it's too heavy and if you wouldn't like to change the position after a long day, it can be helpful. But again, it's basically a personal choice. If you'd like to have this one or a bigger one, longer one, with an angle or a straight one, it's all up to you. From the outside, I think this is all I would like to say. No, I forgot the bipod. Of course, because we have a DMR setup, I also put a universal bipod on it. If you can play without a bipod, it's basically better because it is really heavy. The bipod is adding a lot of weight. With all the accessories that I have right now, not more, and additionally the battery that we are going to put, the rifle is coming up to 4.2 kilos. So out of the box 3.2 kilo rifle, which is already heavy, is right now with all the scopes and the bipod and the batteries, when the batteries are in, is coming to 4.2 kilos. So I am not sure if you really need it. If you need it, put it, but if not, try to stick to maybe the less heavier and only the necessary accessories on the rifle, not more. The next topic that I would like to share with you is the stock. This is an MTSR 0, I think MTR or MTSR 01 stock, which is adjustable with a button click here. It's very easy to adjust and there's a locking system. The release of the backside is so easy with this pad, which is also pretty good pad to have a solid vibration stopping, and is helping me a lot. As you can see from the back, the battery place that we have within the stock is huge. So we have a lot of battery space, and also the Komodo has a very nice hidden wire design. So all the wires are very properly well sealed inside. You only have the fuse in front of you where the battery goes in, and basically a mini Tamiya connector. Besides that, it's a very proper setup that takes, actually I have them here, various types of batteries. So I have, for example, up to 1200 milliamperes or milliampere per hour stick batteries, or you can also use this triple stick, or I don't know exactly how they are called. Just remember, many of the batteries up to 1200 mAh are getting inside, and the connector type originally, if you are not changing it, is mini Tamiya, but they all go inside very well, and you have a lot of free space at the stock also, which is coming to the section of the engine, or so the motor. So the batteries that we are putting, 11.1 LiPo batteries. Please do not use 9.4 or 9.6 or even the Nico ones. Please use 11.1 LiPo batteries. This is the battery that the rifle really needs, not less. And these batteries are going to be powering an ICS 3000 turbo high torque motor, which is suited here in the grip in order to get access to it. So since we have a DMR conversion, I'm not going to open up and change any setting because I really like the original way that it is working. And as I said, this is a high torque already motor that doesn't need any upgrades from my perspective for in the DMR conversion. But if you would like to change it, if it's get broken, there are 3 screws that you need to unscrew. This cap will open and you can just take the motor out of it. These motors then coming to the lower gear, this motor that we have here is going to power 18x1 gear set. This is also a high torque gear set, which is in the lower gearbox that I'm going to show you now. So with the help of a Allen key, you just basically need to push this pin here all the way, and then you can split the gearbox. So this is the selling point. This is basically why ICS Komodo series, or this ICS Mars series, have won an excellency award, just actually because of this split gearbox system. This is an incredible system which actually gives you the access to your lower gear set, which is basically here, and I'm trying to show from the both cameras. Your lower gear set, where the gears and everything are, your MOSFET and the electronic systems are inside here, and it also gives you a very quick access to your upper gearbox and to your hop-up chamber, which is a rotary hop-up, and your inner barrel. I'm going to talk about them just now, but just the finishing of the gearbox. What we have here is 18x1 gear, high torque gear set, which is very well made steel gear set. I wouldn't even touch it at all. They are working perfectly. ICS did a very good job with the gear set. And you also have inside there the electronic system, which this 3S series, the Mars series with 3S comes with. So the electronic system allows you to change from the full auto modus by just holding the trigger 15 seconds on the semi-auto mode to a burst modus. So instead of having a full auto, you can basically switch it with a trigger 15 seconds trigger holding to burst modus. At the same time, this electronic system that ICS provides you has an automatic diagnostic system. So if you look into the manual, you will be able to see that you will see how to run the diagnostic system. What this diagnostic system does is that it basically just checks if the gears are set properly, if the turning is in place, if there is any problem with the MOSFET or the anything diagnostic in the lower gearbox. It is something nice if you are having some problems, like if you are not able to shoot and you don't know why, you can run the diagnostics mode, and with the light, it's the light indicator that it's going to give you, you can check that in the manual and try to understand what is wrong. If the fuse is exploded, if you have a problem with the MOSFET, or if one of the gears are not in place, and so on and so forth. So this is already a winner point, another winner point for the Komodo rifle. The next thing that I would like to tell you also, that the ICS Komodo has not one MOSFET, but it has dual MOSFET. So you are secure. You will never ever have any problems if one of the MOSFET is actually blocked. The other one will continue and will protect your battery and your gears and electronic system inside the rifle. So dual MOSFET is a winner, of course. The next thing that I would like to tell you is another innovation, let's put it this way, is the electronic blowback system. So basically you do not have really this GBB effect, the gas blowback, but the Komodo has an electronic blowback system where the window that we have here is going to open while shooting, and this piece will move back and forth to show it and to make it look, to make the rifle look like it has a blowback. From my perspective, it's a nice feature, but it does not count anything. I think, especially on a DMR conversion, it is going to make you lose some accuracy because there are more vibrating parts, there are more moving parts on the upper gearbox, and I'm not exactly sure if it's a very good idea to have it. So I disabled it, and I'm going to show you on the next video, which is going to be about the upper gearbox. I'm going to show you how I disabled it. It's a mechanical disabling, and it's a very easy thing, and with another change, with a very small change, you can again enable it anytime you want, but it is basically also there. The next video is going to be about the upper gearbox, so I'm not going to do the disassembly now. We are going to look at it separately. Another thing that we are going to look at separately is the hop-up chamber and the inner barrel. So basically the ICS comes with its metal rotary style hop-up chamber, which seems like a good cut, but it is not exactly fitting my expectations, let's put it this way, and the 6.04 precision inner barrel. They are all ICS branded, and actually everything that ICS uses inside this rifle are ICS branded, even the bucking that they are using. And I'm not exactly sure if they were the right ones to be used in a DMR conversion. Maybe they are, but I tried to figure out a better combinations of the hop-up chamber, the inner barrel, and the hop-up bucking. And that is also going to be our third video. We are going to look at the disassembly of the hop-up chamber and upgrade the inner barrel and the hop-up bucking and the hop-up chamber to the new ones that I'm not going to show at the moment. So let me just assemble these parts very quickly, and then I'm going to give you my final words on the rifle, why I chose this one as an M4, and why I also chose ICS Komodo to convert to DMR. Let me just put the rifle back in place and I'll get back to you. So the final words on the ICS CXP Mars. By the way, Mars stands for Modern Assault Rifle Systems in the ICS dictionary. ICS Mars Komodo 3S. Advantages. Dual MOSFET is a winner. You never need to worry about if you're protected or not. The split gearbox is the best thing I have ever seen in an M4. I would definitely from now on, if I'm going with an assault rifle, first check ICS and the versions that are having the split gearbox before looking at anything else. The maintenance of the rifle, getting to your quick spring, by the way, I actually forgot about that, this is another winner. The rifle also has a quick spring change system, which I will show most probably on the upper gear video, but do not forget that this comes with a quick spring change system. So getting to the quick spring change system or getting to your hop-up chamber and the inner barrel was never so easy. You always had to disassemble a lot of things, but with this split gearbox innovation, they did a great job. The other winner is that the rifle is actually already almost pre-upgraded, and the pieces they use inside are all solid metal pieces. So as a DMR conversion, I think it has the right idea already, and with minimum amount of changes you can use it as a DMR. Why I didn't buy, because the Mars series has also a carbine version and the DMR version. Why I didn't have the DMR is because I wanted to have the opportunity to change the quick spring, the spring inside the gearbox very quickly, and choose to play the assault rifle or assault mode. And I would like to also have the possibility of changing the spring quickly on a day on the field and play a DMR role. So this is definitely a winner for me. The only thing that you need to decide and you need to think of, or you need to ask, is that what are the conditions in your field to play a DMR? Many of the sites are allowing if they are only on a joule limit. For example, here in Vienna, on the sites that I'm playing, they are not looking if the rifle is locked to semi only or not, because many sites allow only DMR rifles that are mechanically, not just actually physically or with a mode outside here on the fire mode. They only allow the DMRs that are locked to semi inside, which is not allowed to be adjustable during the game. In Austria, the fields that we are playing in, we are not allowed to even play full modus, so full auto modus. So that actually brings us to the question of, do I need to lock my rifle to semi? No, because nobody is basically playing the full auto modus, so they are not checking it. What you need to do is that you need to check your own field regulations in order to see if you are allowed to make some adjustments, such as drilling a hole where the fire mode selector is on the semi direction and putting a kind of a screw right there in order to block the fire mode moving to the full auto. Or maybe you need to basically make an adjustment inside the rifle so that even if you want to change it to the full auto modus, you won't be able to. So after checking those things, you are good to go. You do not have to buy exactly the DMR version. So with one rifle, you get a very nice M4, a very good M4 with the additional upgrades that we are going to do, and also a beautiful DMR from my perspective. So ICS Komodo, Mars Komodo 3S series are a very good platforms to have a DMR conversion. The only disadvantage that I was able to find with these rifles are very heavy and very pricey. So this rifle is currently around 520 euros in Europe. So not every airsofter can afford it, or would like to afford it, or think that it might be not worth. But as I said, since out of the box this is almost DMR ready, that can be used as DMR with couple of small upgrades, I have at the same time a M4, an assault rifle, and a DMR. I hope I was able to explain everything that I had in my mind properly. I hope you enjoyed the video. The next video is going to be about the upper gearbox right after this. Please do not forget to subscribe to my channel and turn on the notifications so that you can be the first ones to be notified for the upcoming video. See you on the next video. Bye bye.